Beliefs, by definition, are assertions that exist without any experiential basis or observation. When somebody chooses to believe something, they choose to believe it. They assert that what they believe is true, but seemingly and retroactively now will assert that they believe it because it's true. And so belief and reality are two segregated phenomena where believing something is true has no power in terms of making it true, and things that you can observe as actual truth do not require belief. And so believing and observing are two segregated phenomena. But you see, when it comes to notions of God, you have to really understand that words themselves are just symbols. They're just sounds. We created words and language to share experiential phenomenon. That the proliferation of human knowledge is pertaining to the development of words that distinguish new facets of observable reality as we continue to develop our understanding of a multitude of phenomenon. That as we develop microscopes and telescopes, you can see the proliferation of words as we continue to look deeper. You see, words in the human experience generate intellectual segregations. They distinguish new phenomenon from previous paradigms. That there was a time when the word skin didn't even exist, where it was you and me. And as we continued to look, the word skin would be something that would distinguish this tissue from the rest of the body. And then we can look deeper and we could say, whoa, there's layers of skin, dermis and epidermis. And we could look deeper and say, wait a second, there's units called cells. And we could look deeper and we could say within the cell there's organelles. And oh my gosh, there's many cells, but what's inside that? There's a nucleus. There's a ribosome. And so the human mind continues to parcel out reality through the genesis of words. But you see, this process is about taking sounds and symbols and connecting that to experiential phenomenon. But a single word can be used in many different contexts. Like, how many ways can you say hello? Hello, hello, hello. And so the word hello or hi can have many different contextual arrangements with many different implications. You know, hello could be, I need your attention. Hello could be, damn, you're hot. Hello could be license and registration. Hello could be, I'm confused. And so when you start to think about terms that are used in modern religion, one of the problems that I can see is that the interpretation of words, both on an individual level and structured into sentences, has a profound implication in terms of the formation of understanding. And anything that has any power in reality has to use words and terms that correlate to phenomenon that actually has some experiential basis to it. And so the word God is a word that was invented or used to describe the experience of something. Now God is used as a term to embody a character, and a character that not a single human being in existence today has ever observed, and not a single human being has any interaction with. That you can pray and you can pray, and if you were to assert that Jesus was talking to you, there's plenty of people pushing shopping carts that would say the same thing. And so, why would there be any power in propagating beliefs that have no experiential power or value or correlate to any phenomenon that anybody could connect with or observe, but just required belief, required suspending reality and choosing to subjectively organize and orchestrate and propagate terms that define a creator, a father figure. You see, why would any God care about what you believe? Why would there be some metaphysical benefit? Why would God open up a wormhole for your soul to teleport based on the pronunciation and interpretation of something well outside the boundaries of your observation, your awareness, or something that you never have seen, connected with, felt, communicated with? Or if there was value there, wouldn't the value have more profound meaning if it actually correlated to something real? What if the teachings actually had correlations? What if some of these terms have synonymous meanings with modern terms? Like, what if God was consciousness itself? They didn't have the word consciousness. So, if they experienced a consciousness emerging within themselves, and they had a revelation, and they suddenly gained profound intellectual ability, wisdom, if their mind became unencumbered by fear, and everything within their subconscious suddenly was revealed to them, and the former experience of life transformed so utterly and dramatically, and now this person has profound wisdom that's prophetic in nature and has gained the intellectual capacity to have conversations with people that would reveal the same experiential phenomenon of God, and then say, once you experience God, aka consciousness, then you will know me, then you will understand where I'm coming from. And so if you said that they said that mankind was created in the likeness of God, and you assert that God has consciousness, in a world where there is no reason why there would be a God with calcium-based bones, with reproductive organs, or with jealousy or rage, or an entitlement to punish people, that the profound limitation of ego would need to make the concept of God fit within a model of limited cognitive capacity, logical fallacies that defy reality itself, that we could observe through science the architecture of our physical universe, and through science completely dismantle any subjective interpretations present as literal interpretations that people who do not have any understanding of things like science, evolution, physics, astrophysics would naturally want to believe simplified versions of the genesis of the universe, because that would be a lot easier. And so we have a tendency to believe things within the limited scope of our current intellectual capacity, and a need, as narcissistic as we can be, to negate and devalue anything that challenges the ignorance. So, if you consider consciousness as God, and you start to revisit some of these teachings, you might find that there's a lot more value in considering some of these Messiah figures as ordinary human beings with extraordinary experiences, rather than converting them into dogma or narcissists in the sky. simply to make yourself more comfortable with the lack of understanding.